the information, my people. No be small thing, no. My people, this issue of Kelvin Edochie and Judy Austin and Yul Edochie, I don't understand. Kelvin Edochie is supposed to be Kelvin Obasi or Kelvin Emmanuel Obasi, because Kelvin supposedly is the son of Mr. Obasi Emmanuel with Judy Austin Uchechukwu Mogalo. Now, the boy was answering Kelvin Yul Edochie on Facebook and later changed it to Kelvin Edochie. Now, investigation had been going on to find out what that happened to the boy, where he's schooling and everything. The guy has turned down the photos. He changed the profile photo around April or so much this year. Changed the name, changed the profile photo, changed everything. In fact, the page now is not easy to trace. But how did this blogger discover that he is the real person? Because it was Yul Edochie's former PA that opened the page of the guy. He knows the page of the guy, and he fills the forms for the guy. The guy is already in the university, in the higher institution. Actually, he's already in the higher institution. He works with the guy. He knows the guy's name. He has the ID card of the guy, and the guy's ID card bears Kelvin Yul Edochie. So they have sent this guy to school with Yul Edochie. He wrote the JAMB with Yul Edochie. He wrote GCE with Yul Edochie. And now he has Kelvin Yul Edochie as a name. And that is very, very pathetic. Now, this guy has been working with Yul Edochie up to this level, brainwashed. Maybe you want to take the legacy of Yul Edochie, maybe becoming an actor or maybe a whatever, or a celebrity. I don't know what has motivated him. I know that by now the guy must have been very happy to have Yul Edochie as a father. He's not afraid of it. He's not angry with it. He's not, he likes it. Let me use that word. He likes it. He enjoys it. And if that is the case, that means the mother must have talked so much about this project to them. I don't know about the sister, but we are talking about the ones we know. He must have spoken to them about this project of changing them into the Edochies. But I keep asking myself, why this project of getting these children into be Edochies are going on? What happens to the information that Judy Austin is not accepted in the Edochies? Yes, he must have told the guys, what matters is your dad has accepted you, not the family. Your family is not much important right now. Your dad and I, plus your other siblings, are the family. We can create our own family. We can build our own family. We can grow our own family. And the young man, promising, believing that with the name of the father, he can go far. The father had a lot of friends, a lot of big-time friends. So as such, there's not going to be much problem to him. So there's no need. If Pete Edochie and his family decides to cut them off, they can manage the Edochie family. So, but when investigation started going and Yul Edochie discovered that with this name, it will be easy to dictate Kelvin, then they remove Yul, leave Edochie, because they are not the only Edochies. If you click Edochies, you see a lot of Edochies on social media. But this guy, the former PA, indicated the profile pic, the page of this guy. My people, that is not the cocoa of the gist. The cocoa of the gist I come with this day is that I am beginning to be afraid. This young man must have been brainwashed. And this young man is the son of Judy Austin, trained and raised by Judy Austin. This young man has been taken to stay with Judy Austin and Yul Edochie right now. It's not just ordinary. Since Mr. Emmanuel Obasi had come on a general media to do a live broadcast that he was looking for his children, it is becoming important to Judy Austin and Yul Edochie that they need to brainwash this pikin them so that they will not betray them even at the court, because they are not kids again. A boy of 15 years or 16 years right now, that boy is not less than 16 years. Yes, the boy is 16 years, and which means the lady should be 18 years. Ha! And I was thinking before that the lady is 16. I don't know that I'm mistaken. So these are supposedly adults right now that can make decision. In the next 2 years, the guy will also take decision. He can marry, he can do anything. So now, these are the people that Mr. Obasi is looking for. And these guys have been brainwashed to change their names, to leave their father's name. Now, how do we think that it's possible that if the court declares that these Pikins should go to Mr. Obasi, that they will follow Mr. Obasi? That's one thing. I'm beginning to look at it that way. And if these guys had been brainwashed to hate their father, I think the best thing I would suggest to Mr. Obasi is to wait. Make your case. If the court grants you access to the Pikin them and they say they are not going with you, leave them. You have your legal you have your legal judgment that this Pikin belongs to you. After every investigation, then you leave them. Leave them in the sense that so that you will not come and cause problem to your peaceful family you already have. These guys, this family grew up in a hostile environment. They enjoy causing problem for people. Judy is someone that sits down and be happy when something going wrong in another family, and he must have trained this Pikin them to always pray for something to go wrong in another person's life so that they will be happy. And whenever they hear one thing or the other that happened to the other person, they always become very happy. So this is exactly what is going to happen if Mr. Obasi carried this Pikin them to join the one that he raised by himself. I don't think the philosophy in that family will be the same. There's going to be different philosophies playing out, and it's going to be too bad. I'm afraid there's something I don't want to say. There's something I don't want to say, and you have it in mind. It may happen if care is not taken. Mr. Obasi needs to tread with caution, even though he needs his Pikin them. But not every Pikin. Any Pikin that will lead into trouble, it's better you leave the Pikin where he is. Yes, we don't know. It's not good. It's not fair, actually. Secondly, my people, before Mr. Obasi will take those Pikin, or during the judgment, I will advise, let Mr. Obasi lawyer suggest or make a case for a DNA test. Yes. Let Mr. Obasi lawyer make a case for a DNA test. If there is a DNA test to show who is the father of the Pikin, and if it happens that Mr. Obasi is the father of the Pikin, then he goes on with what I suggested at the that is my own personal suggestion. But if you do the DNA test and discover that you are not the father, even though traditionally, whether you are the real biological father or not, insofar as you pay the bride price of the woman and the woman got pregnant in your house and give birth to those children, traditionally and customarily, those Pikin belongs to you. This one has nothing to do with this thing. But the law is higher than the tradition according to what they say. But traditional, according to the tradition of the Igbos, as long as the woman, you pay the dowry and the woman was living in your house and the woman has Pikin, all the Pikin he has, all the children given birth by that woman in your house is your own, because you pay the bride price, you pay the dowry of that woman. So if anybody likes, the person can come and assist you and get the Pikin. It's not your business. That's why that's why I know that Mr. Obasi may not likely like to go to the DNA. But why I'm looking at the DNA is because letter number 2, if the DNA is done and it's not Mr. Obasi picking them, he should leave them. He should endure it and leave them, because I am seeing something. I am looking at a situation where a 16-year-old boy, I remember when I was 16 years, you don't do that to me. Yes, the boy may be angry that they have told him so many things about the father, but getting to the extent of changing the name and joining the deed, I don't know. I may not blame the guy actually, because the guy wants someone to train him. He may also have something at the back of the mind. But Mr. Obasi need to go and investigate and talk to the boy alone and find out whether the boy actually wants to return to his real father. If the boy actually want to return to it, because whether you like it or not, Mr. Obasi is the real father of those pikin traditionally. I'm not talking about biologically. I'm not talking about biologically. I'm talking about traditionally. Mr. Obasi is the real father. Whether he is the biological father or not, he is the real father because he has paid the bride price of the mother. And if Yul Edochie comes to the house of Mr. Obasi and pregnant Judy Austin, those pikin that come out of that union belongs to Mr. Obasi. Whether any man or no other man, as long as Mr. Obasi is the one that married Judy Austin, traditionally married her completely traditionally, those pikin belongs to Mr. Obasi. Traditionally, that is the tradition. Customarily, that is the tradition. Go to anywhere. In the tradition, we don't do DNA. Because if the man cannot pregnant, another person can help him. It is traditional. Sometimes in our tradition, when a man gives birth to daughters and he doesn't have a son, one of the daughters stay in the house and give birth to a son. It belongs to that man. Traditionally, it belongs to the man. Why? Because the person that gave birth to that child didn't pay the bride price of that woman, so he cannot lay claim on the pikin. What makes a pikin born by a woman to belongs to you traditionally is that you pay the bride price. If you don't pay the bride price, the pikin belongs to the father, belongs to the family of the woman. Now, Mr. Obasi paid the bride price of Judy Austin. That means every child, every pikin that comes out of that union that he paid the bride price of the wife belongs to Mr. Obasi. That is my argument this time. Yes, that is my own. I'm not in the court. Actually, I'm not in the court, but I'm just trying to bring up the traditionally, the way it is looked customarily. That is it. But what if a situation where this pikin now is coming out from a very hostile environment? Not just that pushed out another woman to take over the family as a grandmother, then giving birth to a woman that left the marriage, pushed out another woman and married the husband as a mother. I don't understand. Having around you cousins that pushed out their sisters from the husband and married the husband. Wow. This is a pattern. What I'm saying is that let there be no contamination, because Mr. Obasi picking this pikin now that have grown up in this kind of environment, bringing into his peaceful home with his wife and all his pikin that are peaceful. I think, Mr. Obasi, if the issue will become hostile to your peace of your family, I suggest after the court case, allow the court case to go, allow the judgment to flow. Even if the judgment says that you should carry the pikin them, and you call them and they say no, you would endure it and leave it.